All right, we're here with the new head men's soccer coach, Roy Fink. Coach, this is the first time getting you on camera here. You've been here for a few months, but first for our fans, just kind of introduce yourself to them. Who are you? Where are you from? What's your background?
All right, so my name is Roy, obviously. Originally from Israel, been in this country for the past 15 years. Came here originally to play soccer and to go to school, the University of Tampa. Did my undergrad, did my grad degree there. Stayed around there for a little bit as a graduate assistant until I was done with my graduate degree. And then took a job up at UMass Amherst, was a top assistant for Division One program for 4 years. 3 years at the University of New Haven as a head coach, and last spring I joined the Ravens.
All right, there you go. Obviously, you've been around New England soccer for now 6 or 7 years, and you've got a background as a Division II player. Where do you see this program fitting into both at the conference level and on a more regional, national stage? Where are they right now, and where do you want to get them?
I think this program has always been, one of the top programs in the country. I do want to get it back there. I think from Coach Silici to Marco Coleman to Coach Stewart, there's been a very rich tradition in this place, and I want to get it back there. I think right now the program is dropped a little bit. Different reasons, and I want to get it back to where it used to be and where it should be, which is top of the conference and being one of the top teams in the region and compete for a national title every year.
All right. How much easier does it make your job? Obviously, it doesn't make it easy, but how much easier does it make it that you've already got a couple of years at the NE10? You've been with New Haven for the last 2 or 3 years. So what do you know about the league that's going to help you coming into this position?
I think it's a big advantage, I think, as a coach coming in and knowing the teams you're going to play against, especially the fact that each team has their advantages and disadvantages, and each team has their own field. So I've been at every field already. I know what's the strengths and weaknesses of each team. I know the top teams in the conference, the weaker teams in the conference. So I think as a matter of competition, I'm very aware of it. But my thing is really not to focus about the competition right now. It's really to focus about the core team, because I think that I want to get to the point that team's going to be concerned about us, not us being concerned about them. And that's where this team is going to go ahead to a point that other teams going to come play us and going to need to change the way they play against us and not us changing the way we play against them.
All right. You mentioned your own team here at Franklin Pierce. We're doing 3 of these interviews with incoming coaches today. You're the only one who's met their team so far, because you've been here since March. You got to go through most of the spring season with them. What do you see from the program so far? Go through your first interactions with the team, and where are you with them?
I think it's a good group of kids. I think they're all very motivated. For certain reasons, things didn't go their ways the last few years, and whether we like it or not, this is what we have right now. And I do think that there's a pretty talented group. I think they're very hungry for success, and I think a lot of them bought into what we were trying to do. We're still missing a few pieces. I think this team needs to up or we need to up our defensive qualities, which, whether it is just the mental side of things as far as defending, and as well as adding a few pieces to the puzzle that are missing. But I had a great time with them in the spring. We worked hard. We haven't lost a game yet. We played 6 games, which is a positive. Gave up a little bit too many goals, to my opinion, but we scored a lot of goals. So there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of things to work on, but I think we cleaned a lot of things.
All right. You mentioned success there. Every team kind of has to define success on its own terms. What's success for one team is going to be different from success for another team. What, for you going into your first year at Franklin Pierce, what needs to happen this fall for you to consider it a success?
I think really establishing a way of playing, establishing my philosophy, and getting the guys to buy into. Winning more games than we won last year. I think we're situated for success as far as the resources, as far as the belief that the administration put in this program. I know that soccer, basketball always been top priorities here, and we're going to get back to it as far as giving back and winning. For me, being a top 4 teams in the conference right away, to establish our dominance again, so we'll be able to recruit much more easily and retain the kids that we have here.
All right. Last but not least, we always ask people to share a little fun fact about themselves, something to it's for the fans to get to know them, maybe even away from the field. So, what do you got? What's a fun fact about Roy Fink?
So as we talked about it, I'll say I used to think I can sing until I got married and adopted a daughter, and now she really doesn't think I can sing, so I stopped.
They informed you that you were wrong.
I was useless.
All right, that's the new head men's soccer coach, Roy Fink. Welcome aboard, Coach.
Thank you, Matt.